Root led England with ton-on-rain Tom Latham had had a momentary lapse of judgment after reaching his century on day 2 and paid the price with his wicket. On day 3, Rory Burns was caught slacking despite responding to his partner's call for a brace, and was run out 1 ball after his second Test 100 in a post-lunch session. But Joe Root ensured his first Test century in 9 months wouldn't be thrown away in a careless manner. The England skipper batted through the day, whatever of it was possible, with the rain washing away the final hour, for his 114 off 278 balls, stitching a 177-run partnership with Burns en route and reducing his team's deficit to 106 in Hamilton on Sunday, the 1st of December. Resuming on 39 for 2 after the seemingly deceptive pitch and some flat bowling allowed New Zealand to 375 in their first innings, England were under pressure to match up with a competitive score and avoid the embarrassment of a probable whitewash. But both Burns and Root absorbed the pressure really well to turn the tables on New Zealand. The hosts endured a wicketless morning session and then picked up just 1 post-lunch before wrapping up the day with a couple more in a rain-curtailed final session. Both Burns and Root started the day a boundary each to third man off Matt Henry's first over, and it was only an indication of what was to follow. Root, whose batting has come under the scanner in the recent past, started cautiously, but Burns entered his 40s in style, pulling away 2 consecutive boundaries as Neil Wagner banged it in short in search of that elusive breakthrough. The half chance that came New Zealand's way an hour into play was when Burns top-edged a pull to mid-wicket. But his luck was to see the ball land well short of the fielder, only allowing them to cross over for a single that raised the team's 100. In the following over, Burns raised his 6th Test half-century. The home team did get excited when debutant Daryl Mitchell got Root caught behind on 47, but the batsman challenged the on-field call almost as soon as the umpire raised his finger and was vindicated when the ultra-edge spotted daylight between bat and ball. Barring that and a big in-swinging Yorker from Wagner that he somehow managed to get some bat on, Root did not seem troubled a lot once he got going in the second half of the session. A leg-side single got him to his rather sedate 50 off 145 deliveries, after having spent more than 11 overs in the 40s. By lunch, the pair had added 103 runs in the extended session. Post-lunch was a continuation of what New Zealand saw in the morning, only with both batsmen growing more and more in confidence as their innings progressed. And save the careless run out of Burns, England bossed that period of play too. There arose 1 solitary run-out opportunity for New Zealand in the whole hour after lunch, but Henry got in the way of a waiting in position Latham at the non-striker's end, failing to collect the ball completely and offering Burns a third reprieve in this knock, this time on 87. He entered the 90s with an authoritative pull off Henry to the mid-wicket fence to add insult to injury. The boundary 14th of Burns's fine knock also raised the 150 of his partnership with Root. Burns brought up only his 2nd Test century with a single, off 208 deliveries. But, with less than half an hour to go before tea and out of nowhere, New Zealand ran him out by the closest of margins. The opener seemingly switched off momentarily as he nudged the ball to deep square leg and took off for a run. He responded to his partner's call for 2 but didn't hurry and was beaten to the wicket-keeper's crease by the Jeet Raval-BJ Watling combination by a centimetre, cutting short the celebrations in the England camp and giving New Zealand a ray of hope. The hosts, much like England yesterday, picked up the new ball as soon as it was made available to get just an over before tea but failed to get that another morale-boosting wicket heading into the break. While their lead was down to 157 runs only, the more alarming sign was Root, batting on 84 and tying his first triple-figure Test score since February. For Root, the 9 months of wait for his 17th Test century ended with the second of the 3 boundaries he hit in the Wagner over, the 93rd of England's innings, and shortly after his enterprising stand with Ben Stokes was cut off by Southee. As for Zak Crawley, the very first run in Test cricket involved a desperate, full-length dive to beat Kane Williamson's direct hit from mid-wicket at the non-striker's end. That was that, though. Neil Wagner had him caught behind when the debutant poked at a length delivery a round off. It only grew darker from there on, weather-wise, and the last hour was lost with the floodlights, rain and then covers coming on in quick succession. Brief scores: New Zealand 375, Tom Latham 105, Ross Taylor 53, B.J. Watling 55, Stuart Broad 4-73, lead England 269/5, Joe Root 114, Rory Burns 101, Tim Southey 2-63, by 106 runs. Please save trees and nature. Please subscribe my channel. Thank. Root leads England with ton on rain. Tom Latham had a